Two Dads in a Glass, hosted by Taco and John. We're just two cousins who's taking a sip while we talk some shit. We'll be doing live commentary on sporting events, doing video game reviews, talking about entertainment news, or whatever the hell we want to talk about. But just make sure you tune in on YouTube, Twitch, IG, and X. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow us, and like us. Check us out. Yo, we are back. Two Dads in a Glass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. This is our very first in-studio live interview. We have a special guest. We'll introduce him here in a minute. So let's go ahead and introduce that wine, bro.
I'm John.
I'm Taco. You right. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct me. You right. You
This
know.
is Taco,
Yeah.
and I'm John.
Yes.
That's outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, man. Like I said,
That's
two dads in the glass. Back again, man.
Back again, man.
Hey,
Excited
what episode
about
is this?
This is episode 9, bro.
Episode
9, man.
Okay,
Nine
okay.
deep.
Hey, man, we getting there.
Yes.
right.
These the shots in the gym, baby.
All right. Oh, they can't see it. All right. So what we have today, y'all probably can't see it, but it's 19 crimes.
Yeah.
Red blend.
The red blend. Nice.
13.5.
Nice. Oh,
So,
gonna be sitting nice.
We drunk 19 crimes before. You said it was Snoop?
They up under the same umbrella.
Ah, they say.
So
umbrella. You
that
can't
Snoop
see.
one that we had, and then
Okay.
also that Martha.
Okay.
That
I have
Marvin.
not drunk one wine that we don't like yet. I just want to let you know all
Correct.
the wines that we did like.
So which one's the best one that you had? Because we had that the dry Riesling last week, and then we had the
Yo, you know which one was
Sauvignon
mine.
Blanc. The
You know
Sauvignon
what-
Blanc.
No, man.
What?
40 water.
That 40 water. Yeah,
40
yeah.
water.
Yeah,
Big
that
40, come
cola.
on,
Yeah.
What's that Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
What?
Yeah, man. But we gonna get straight to it, man.
Yeah, let me
Y'all
get
see
that.
who's in the building.
yeah.
Yes, we have a professional basketball player.
Oh, man.
A student of knowledge who manifests energy, spirituality, being in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, an actor, a model.
Yeah.
And y'all tuning in today because what? This guy was on NBA 2K
Bruh,
25
that's crazy.
as the MP player.
That's crazy, man.
Yes. But all of those titles are we're gonna call them titles. All of those titles do not embody who he really is.
Man.
So as we say that, we welcome in Solo the artist.
Yeah.
Man,
He's
I
also a
appreciate
rapper, too.
yeah. He do have some bars.
Y'all call him Solo. I call him Nacho.
You got not your ordinary.
Not
nut.
your ordinary.
real, though. That's
This is
real.
20 years, not
That's
your
real.
ordinary. That's what I
real.
call him.
That's real. That
Welcome,
was the
brother.
first. Wow, you just dropped something.
Man.
I hope you don't
Not
think
your
I'm just
ordinary.
making fun of you, dog.
No.
Bro, like,
I'm
I've been
just
calling you that
saying.
for a while.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot that was the original, rap name when we used to make music. Not your ordinary, and I'm still not your ordinary.
Yes,
Not
that
your
goes
ordinary.
with it. Yes, sir.
I'm still that guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Glad
Man,
to have
thank
you
for
here,
having
man.
me on the show, man.
Appreciate it.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be here with family, be in town.
Yeah.
Get to have a conversation, a normal conversation that we would have at while we down here, and now we get to do this right here live with you guys on the podcast, man. Congrats on what y'all doing, man. Blessings for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Continued
Thank you.
blessings for sure.
Thank you for having you. So we want to just go ahead and jump into it, man.
Let's do it.
Let us know who is Solo the artist.
Dang, that's a great question. That's actually just right out the gate.
Yeah. Who is Solo? Yeah, we need to know who is Solo.
I'm still discovering who that is.
Okay.
And, the beauty about that is, and it's a transition into, like, my body of work as an artist is called Discoveries Along the Way.
Okay.
And so that's why I say I'm still discovering Solo, because I don't ever want to reach the point to where Solo is. I want to keep evolving what that is. And all I can tell you is definitely a divine delivery from the ancestors.
Okay.
It's, I'm a vessel of this creativity, and it's allowing me to express myself. Because, bro, I was talking about this to Lady earlier, and I was like, bro, do you remember when we was in our bedroom, when
Okay.
we had to share our room, and
Right,
everything.
right.
And I was telling her, like, when we went over to our friend Dante in them house,
Yeah.
they got to have like pictures, magazine cutouts, and posters, and all of that stuff on their walls.
Right.
We couldn't
hell no.
We couldn't do that. The wallpaper was more important than the creativity expression on the wall.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, I'm just so happy that I finally get to voice myself and express myself the way that I want to, and the way that I feel led to. So it's solo is ever evolving, man.
So what is Solo? Why Solo the artist? Like when you was thinking of a name for yourself, why did you say Solo the artist?
You know what? I really prayed about this. You know what I'm saying? And so it has multiple meanings, just like my art. It has so many layers to it. But one of the first reasons was, and shout out to our Uncle Leon.
Oh yeah.
So, Uncle Leon, when I remember calling him one day and I asked him, I said, yo, I want to tackle reading the whole Bible. And I was like, where should I start? Because he read the Bible all the time. It's right
my
there.
goodness.
Correct.
And I was like, where should I start? And he was like, Proverbs. And so I read Proverbs, and I love Proverbs. And then I realized that it was written by King Solomon. And so then our family's last name is Solomon. So I broke down the Solomon and had the solo right there. And then also, this is kind of like me and my journey. This is kind of like my solo because, I've always done team sports. I did basketball, acting and everything. It's very team oriented, a lot of stuff I do. And so this is me. This is my own voice. This is a career where can't no one tell me I didn't do it right. I didn't do it wrong. I'm not done. I'm finished, whatever. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. So this is kind of like my solo right there. And, there's so many things attached to it, but I'll leave it right there. I'll leave it with those two.
So you, let's say, as far as in the entertainment business,
Yeah.
you started off modeling. You took that to acting.
Yep.
You took that to acting like commercials and then TV and movie and film. And then what made you transition into, and then you're an artist now, but I'm not saying was, because you're still all of those things, but you have transitioned kind of back into acting.
Yep.
So what brought this 2K experience?
Man, the best way, again, like I said, the best way I can explain it is God. As I'm creating work, I lost my representation during COVID, and so I haven't been going out to auditions and everything since then, because I didn't have any representation. But, they always say this in this industry or in any industry. They always say, you just never know something that you did earlier may come back around, right? You just never know who might remember you, like if y'all had a connection or whatever the case may be. So that's why I'm gonna drop this here too, is like I don't believe in forcing anything. And so that's why I don't really force things. And so the director of 2K, shout out to Christian Papier, Nick CP, he auditioned me for a role a couple years prior. And when he was coming, looking for the guy to do 2K25, he remembered from a list that he made. So that's dope. Shout out to anybody who's doing something. Make sure you have lists, because you'll never know when you need to reference it again.
Okay.
But he had me on this list, and he ended up reaching out to me. And it was crazy because when he reached out to me was during the time where the universe was already telling me to start reconnecting with basketball again. And I started working out, and I started, and the other little thing, my fault, I'll be rambling sometimes, but the other little thing I'll do, I've converted to playing the game left-handed. So this was around or just being left-handed in general.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like almost 90% all left-handed now. And so I wanted to try the game that way. And so I'm like, man, I played the game so many years this way. And so I haven't played in a while. And I was like, shoot, if I'm reintroducing myself back into the game, I might as well do it like a kid would if they're born left-handed. And so I'm going back to the basics, and I'm doing everything. So I'm shooting and everything left-handed. So I was doing that, and then I get this email, man. It's a crazy story. I don't want to make it too long, but basically I got an email that was for the audition on an email that I don't even use. And so it just happened to be, I happened to be going through it, and I just see on the subject line audition for Darnell Kirkwood, and I'm like tripped out because, again, I don't have any reps. And so I'm like, where is this coming from? Is this for real? And so I, responded back, and, we ended up doing a audition, a director session, and it went well, and, they gave me the offer, and, we did it.
So what was the director looking for? Because I'm pretty sure it was like, okay, I want this and that, because I'm like, what was he looking for?
I would say he has to answer that question, but if I had to make I'm being for real. Like, I don't like speaking for people. Okay. But if I had to make a ignorant guess, I believe that I did hear him say, because this season is all about legacy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it's like it needed a MP and someone who could tell a story about, putting the team first and building a legacy, like seeing the big picture instead of, whatever. And so for me, that's who I am. So it was just crazy. I've always been like the captain on my basketball teams and stuff like that. I'm not saying that in any type of flex way. That's just naturally what was bestowed upon me.
Okay.
And I take it, and God gave me that ability. And so I'm using it for what, that gift was. So it's dope to tell that story because that's who I was as a player. So, in this project, it really wasn't a lot of, how you got to study a lot for a character and everything like that. It's dope because, in acting class, they'll tell you sometimes you don't need to do what we call substitutions. Mm-hmm. You don't need to do substitutions if you already are that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
I got to just go in there and just be the basketball player that I used to. I mean, I have always
That's dope,
been.
man. That's real.
So you
dope.
was able to create MP. Like, you didn't have to, do it like it was last year. Like, you was able to create MP the way in your image.
They trusted me fully, man. Shout
That's
out to
dope,
the whole
man.
team.
Man, you know what? And that's a perfect segue because it's my understanding that you haven't viewed any of what's going on.
And that's who I am, man. It's so funny because anybody who really know me, they know. Like, I just saw my man screening. And I'm in the film. I'm in the film, and my man Dizzy. Shout out to Denzel Whitaker, Quincy Ledbetter, Yuki Ledbetter with the short we did.
I'm not saying Denzel Washington. I'm about to say,
hey, but Denzy up there. That's how I see my brother.
Yeah.
But we have a short film, dope, called Brand New.
Brand new. Okay, this an exclusive.
Yeah, brand new, and can't wait for that to come out. But I finally got to see the screening of it.
Yeah.
Denzel's my brother, and I'm over his crib and stuff all the time, and he kept trying to make me watch the short, and I'm like, nah, man. And I want to see it like a regular spectator see it. So I want to go to the theater just like everybody else and watch this joint. And so the screening just happened in L.A., and so I got to go and watch it. And, man, it was so crazy because I was blown away because I had never seen any of the stuff besides the thing. And so, but I don't ever really watch my stuff like that unless I ain't going to say forced to, but like,
You know the interesting thing you said that? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all love.
Al Pacino has never seen the Godfather thoroughly. Like, I think a few years ago, I just saw the interview where he said he just sat down and watched it a few years ago.
Wow.
That's crazy,
Wow,
man.
that's
like,
crazy.
It's interesting you said that.
It's real, man, because once you've done it, you've done it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just what it is. Like, I gave everything in that moment. We were just talking about being present. I was in every moment. So it's like, and that's a stupid excuse because this is crazy. I've never been animated. Like, this is me in animation, so I haven't seen it. Yeah,
Let's see it then.
Hold on, you got it?
Yes. We about to watch it live and watch you.
No way.
Yes.
We about to check this joint
Yeah.
out?
Yeah,
Stop
let's
playing.
do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hold on.
Starting off 5 Game 7. My brother would probably be a small forward if he was playing right now, so we're going to go with the small forward. See his face on it. Listen to him. That shit's dope.
So is that the original face?
This is. Look at him, man. It's crazy as hell, bro.
That looks just like it.
That's crazy. This shit's so live. This shit's so live, bro. All right, there's some gameplay. Main player. That's how we gonna start it off, baby. Let's go, bitch. Whack him. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Kirkwood. Board. Let's go. Push it. Get the, look at that assist dropping dimes out here. Board. Let's go. Pushing it. Pushing it. Oh, here we go. I'm out. Let's go, baby.
Excuse me. Come on, man. You see it?
Yeah, see him?
You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Man, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to try to
Where
interrupt
you
my
think
meditation, man?
Here's some more cutscenes, y'all.
Nah, man.
That's
We're on
my man.
official
Shout out to
business,
Larry
all right? I
Field.
know we boys and all, but I am your manager, okay?
Still can't
Yo,
believe I
small
let you talk
world.
me into this
That
one,
dude
man.
used to be my next door neighbor.
Really?
And we just
What's
happened
this?
to reconnect on this. Oh man,
I've
hold
been
on.
thinking.
This is crazy.
This moment, start to your NBA career. I mean, we talked about this for as long as we've known each other, man.
Facts.
You put in a ridiculous amount of work to get here.
That's also true, man.
Yeah, so I just, wanted to give you something you could look at to remind yourself how far you come, and so you can appreciate the journey.
Yo, is this that club league ticket from when you was out there talking trash in the parking lot, bro?
Yo, it is. And when you found out I was moving to Plainview, you were big mad.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is outstanding.
Crazy.
This is hitting me, man.
It's just a small token.
See, y'all don't understand.
So what are you gonna do now?
This environment is crazy because it's not.
All
It's
right, here
nothing
we
like
go.
this.
Yo, what you
Right.
doing
Look
here
at
in
this
Plainview,
dude.
man?
I live here now, and it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you, so I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah,
Was you able
so
to
you want
watch
the
it when
scouts
you
to
saw?
see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm gonna get the scouts to
So this
notice
is
me by
dope. He
shooting
can
every
experience
chance I
this
get.
now.
I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra
That's
pass.
right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
So you prove that by showing how you can help them win.
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
next level.
This is
You was in the
crazy.
same
I'm-
studio with the people while they talk, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
cocky, but I'm not
right.
stupid.
This is
MP.
crazy, bro. This is in the game.
I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector.
MP, man, he play out.
I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Mm.
Man, you ain't gotta be Wimby. Shoot out the gym. Since you care so much, I'm gonna give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah, I ain't bet.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Bet.
Yeah, I made you left. I got you for 44. And then what? Look. Man, it's dope as hell. Like I said, playing as my bro. You know what I mean? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look, 44, the artist.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I'm digging that picture, dog.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Bro,
Yes,
this
sir,
is-
man.
Picture, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's keep it going. When you got there, did they give you any well, man, how did you feel about this?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what
did
you
was you
just
watching,
not watching
yeah.
this? What did you feel? What did that make you feel like? Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I almost shed a tear. I ain't gonna front.
I mean, honestly, that's where I'm at right now.
Like
man,
honest, bro. That shit like is crazy.
I've been a fan since Lynn University. Hey, I've been a fan.
Let's
I've been
hear
a
that
big
though.
fan.
Tell us, man.
man.
Tell us that this moment right here. What did it do for you?
Honestly, man, I'm still trying to process it. I hate that we having this conversation right now because I almost want to be silent for a little bit.
I get it.
because
I get it.
Y'all just don't know, man. It was like that's all imagination, and this is what we do all the time. We be talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
We be having our own,
Yeah.
all of that. But to do this on a stage like this, but then see the outcome.
But at work, bro.
Man, but dog, this is this is mind blowing, man.
Yes.
I'm just grateful. That's
Yes.
what I am.
All right. I like that.
I'm in extreme gratitude because, like I said, I've chosen to go on a journey
Mm-hmm.
where I wanna see like the stuff that God put in you.
Yeah.
I want to see it continue to manifest by just being a vessel. Because again, as an artist, this is the rhetoric. This is the stuff I talk about. This is what all my
Yeah.
art and stuff is about.
Right.
So to see it now manifest and materialize into that from just having that faith, because I hate going deep, but it's real. Like, yo, people have put their own excuses on so much stuff, but it's dope to just be like, okay, God said that this is gonna happen. Like the
Yeah.
universe said this is gonna happen.
Right.
The universe said that it's already there. I just got to put in the work and control all my controllables and then just have faith. And to see that, man, especially like I told you, the journey leading up to it, of
Yeah.
like not having no representation or anything, just being literally in the middle of working and doing artwork and creating characters in my mind and already starting to be in basketball, not even knowing that the universe was preparing me for this moment.
Yeah.
And to lead a project, man, at this magnitude. And honestly, I got to take the opportunity to say shout out to the whole mocap team, the
Okay.
NBA 2K team. Like,
Yeah.
I think I saw it say red carpet treatment.
Yeah. Let's go ahead
I
and talk about. Did you feel like you received that?
I don't believe in, red carpet treatment.
Okay.
I don't believe in that for real, for real. Like, that's not something that I really subscribe to.
All right.
But they did open me with major welcome arms. Like,
Yeah.
I created another family up there, man. They really embraced me up there, man. We had the funnest time because I worked on this project for 6 months. And, so I know both of y'all are married. So, time away from your family got to be valuable time, like
Correct.
quality time. So, like, me having to have that conversation with my queen and being like, hey, I'm going to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And, you're going to have to step up with our first son, our puppy son, Mister.
Yeah, Mister.
With all
Shout
that
out
and
to the
hold down
queen.
the crib, man. It was a blessing, but
Yeah.
to see it like that, and then to have an extended family up there, man. They really, the whole team. Shout out to the whole team, man. Like I said, CP, Elizabeth, Harrison.
Well, that transitions definitely into that next question. So, what was it like from? Well,
Let me ask one question.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Is the video game world or animation, was that a world that you wanted to tap into?
Bro, I had no idea. So I wouldn't say no. You know what's interesting? So yes, I will say, let me keep it a buck. I had auditioned for 2K before. So that's how he saw me. And at that time I'm like, yo, if God put it on there, God put it on there, but like, if you're looking at the standard way you kind of elevate in this career, 2K wouldn't be one of the things that you would be hyped to put on your resume because, if you're looking for film and TV, you're not necessarily thinking of 2K as a film, although they built, as you can see, a whole film in this thing. So they did an actual film in there, and that was the blessing that I got to learn. So like, outside may not understand how this is a very, man, this job right here, I tell you, I personally challenged myself in this job as well, and it made me tap into, I'm talking about the hardest work I've ever done, digesting dialogue, because y'all got to understand, you played it, right? Mm-hmm. So you got different options.
Correct.
So I had to have every single option, and they have teleprompters and stuff there for you.
Okay.
But I'm not an actor that really works with teleprompters. That's not my joint. And so I'm like, man, this is a basketball story. I got to be present. I got to be here. So it was like, yo, I'll sometimes have like 20 pages of dialogue that I have to have memorized off, that I didn't have to have. I made myself have to have it off book and stuff like that.
Okay.
So to, challenge that and do all of that is really something when it comes to acting. It definitely set me up and prepared me and make me excited for whatever the universe has next, because it definitely challenged me as an actor. My acting chops for sure.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Because in essence, it is a film. You know what I mean? It
is a
really
film.
is.
Yeah.
It's broke down into cut
Yeah.
scenes for the career mode, but it is a film.
Bro, I had to
Yeah,
start from high school all the way to my
Yeah.
retirement, and so we had to go through that whole journey. And then also, like I said, what makes it on another level is you're in this big old gray room. You got this camera.
So you got to think outside.
I think
Everything is internally, bro.
Right.
And so, and acting with this thing over your head, you got to wear this helmet, and then there's cameras right here, and then all of this stuff, and then there's
Man.
so you can't like go up for a dap and a hug because you'll bump cameras, and if you bump cameras, it takes at least like 5 to 10 minutes to recalibrate and do all of that stuff. So
yeah.
you don't want,
Yeah.
bro. It's so many times we had good takes. We all jumping, kicking it. The homies there. Shout out to the whole team that was on there as well, like the basketball players, the interviewers, everybody, man. All the actors on set, man. It was so fun. We had so much fun with each other. But like when we were doing the basketball like locker scenes and stuff
Yeah.
like that, we had to be jumping on each other and doing all of that. But we'll have a good take, and then somebody bump cameras, and then we gotta do
man.
the whole thing over. So it's like everything back over again. And so that was something to get adjusted to because I never really had to have those parameters of movement. I'm
Right.
used to usually being able to freely move and do all of this, like all of that. You can't do none of all that.
Man, that's crazy. I'm
Was
sure
that
that's
in
a total different experience.
Oh, crazy.
Was that in intimidation? Was that one of your biggest intimidations as far as like, dang, like I don't want to mess up. Like I don't want to be the one that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that an intimidation to you? Like, did you have any fears or intimidations? Like, were you timid at all as far as like messing up? As far as like because storylining in the NBA 2K is the biggest for my career.
Yeah.
Did you have any fears on set as far as like intimidations to you?
Nah, man. Again, I knew that I was called to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even going to welcome anything outside of that, like while I'm there. Like I know it's set up for me to be successful here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I knew this was how this came about. It doesn't make any other sense than I was supposed to be there. So I really didn't welcome that. I would say, yeah, if there was a long scene,
Right.
Okay.
you definitely want to get through it without messing up, especially if there's a lot of choreographed movement and stuff
Right.
like that, because this is not like a single camera TV, which we could talk about later, but single cam TV, you can mess up in the middle of a take on a scene, but then you could pick it right up from that. It's funny, me and Mom was doing it earlier because I was trying to explain it to
You
her.
was doing some acting with mom.
Yeah, because I was trying to explain it to her. She was like, I don't understand. Could you be able to, just take up the take? Because she was watching Bernie Mac and
Yeah.
they were showing the bloopers.
Yeah.
And it was showing how he'll jump right back into the scene.
Correct.
And I'm like, yeah, you can do that on single cam, but you couldn't do it on multicam. And that's what there's so many cameras going. And so you had to go all the way through the take. There was not. So
When
that
it's a
was,
redo, it's
that
an
was
auto.
some adjusting that I had to do. But at the same time, Y&R prepared me for that too, because you got to do the same in Y&R. You can't do no pickups in Y&R. You just got to get through the whole take.
Right. So of course this is like it's NBA 2K. So who were some of the players that got a chance to meet you?
I like that. Because that's how I would, how I would do it.
Yes.
Man, it was dope. Wemby.
Okay. Wembanyama. Okay.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Miguel Bridges. Shea. Scooter, we had a whole moment. Scoot Henderson. Scoot.
Okay. Yeah.
Scoot Henderson.
Yeah.
I told him a story about Beautiful because I told Beautiful when I heard about this dude Scoot, and I was like, yo, Beautiful, I'm calling you to let you know somebody else has my name. And then I told her, and she was like, well, if you ever get a chance to meet him, tell him that you were the original Scoot.
Correct.
So I got to tell him that, and I got to play him Beautiful's voice calling me Scoot. So that was dope, man. Austin Reeves.
Okay.
Let's see, who else? I'm forgetting my man's name. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting my other.
But what was the experience?
I got
What
to
was the
work-
interaction like though?
So that's cool. That's a great question. I think this is one of the things that helped me in this position as well, because I got so many years working with Nike, Reebok, Jordan, all different type of shoe brands.
Right.
So I've been working with professional athletes for 10 plus years. I've been on sets, being in commercials and doubles and all of that type of deal. So those other sets really prepared me for these type of interactions. So for me, one of my rituals before every shoot, I will walk the parameters of the studio that we're in. I will walk the parameters and welcome the ancestors, welcome greatness, like really just set the energy and tone, like how you did with the Palo Santos.
Yeah.
I would do that type of energy before every set, and to make sure that, we set the tone, set the energy. I'm big on that.
Right.
So the set was already welcomed for us because I'm a basketball player. So like some of these MPs, they not really basketball players, they actors and stuff like that. So like I know, and I'm not saying nothing about any other MP. I'm just saying I know I was able to approach this from a different way because I know basketball jargon. I know basketball, like they know that they were talking to another basketball player. So my whole goal with them was like, yo, we know the outline of the script or the scene that we doing. Let's just talk like how we would normally talk in the gym. And so a lot of that is just freestyling when I'm with the NBA player. Bro, I'm telling you, I don't know if you've seen with Wemby yet, right?
I seen Jalen, and then
me and him had fun time. Austin
I
had
think it
was
Ja Morant.
I didn't work with him. He was on something else. I didn't work with him. He wasn't on my joint. He
probably No. It wasn't Ja Morant. I'm sorry. It was SGA.
So me and him, he was another fun guy. Like,
is he cool in person?
Oh, bro, he's smooth. Like me and him had fun shooting and stuff too. So we was doing our thing. But Wemby, man, we had a scene, bro. So Wemby plays the game. Like he's
2K.
Oh, he's all in. So like he couldn't wait to do this scenes and stuff like that. So it was so much fun because he was excited to work, so we really are riffing, and then he was improvising, bro. Like he made me look stupid on set one time because we're doing the whole thing, and then I don't want to spoiler alert it, but like we're supposed to be doing a hand clap, and Buddy leave me hanging.
Oh,
and he walk away. I was like, oh, and they got me on the record, and they kept the take, and I was like, please keep that take, because I was like, oh shit, like that, like oh, he got me, and so it was cool. I would like to see that scene. If somebody has played the game and they get that, I would like to see that scene.
But they were cool though, right? Like the NBA players, like they wasn't, hey, I'm an NBA millionaire. Like they were like down to earth.
Nah. Everybody was again the set wasn't set up to be. That's their job, and I'm not trying to say it's about me. It's the whole team.
Right.
Everybody on the 2K team, man. They dope, man. And so I just had to do my job because they do their job so well. But we all just had fun, man. And
that's dope.
CP's the type of director who, encourages, hey man, let's have fun. Say it how you say it, do it how you do it. Let's bring the NBA or the basketball court to these scenes.
That's dope.
Shout out to him for being such a flexible director as well.
That's dope as hell, bro. So it was. They got to meet you after all of that. So
yeah, we all had fun.
That's
dope.
Man.
We all had fun, and I'm man.
That's cool, man. Yeah. And from what you're saying, it sounds like they was down to earth. Nobody was, I'm this. So that's dope, man.
Everybody. It was cool, man. It wasn't none of that. Even on early call times, SGA had probably the earliest call time. And he came in and came solid. He was still sleepy, but it was solid.
That's dope, man. So, since you've had this experience, do you have any more desires to be in animation, like doing any more of these type of projects?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I wouldn't mind doing it again, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why. Obviously, I had fun on set, but interesting enough, so while you in gameplay, a lot of what they call barks is the stuff of like, get back.
Mm-hmm.
Jay,
you got him. Yeah.
Bro, so when I had to do 5 sessions of that in the voiceover studio, and I really, really, really wish that they would have recorded that, man, because that's something I
They did. Like in the when you warm up by yourself.
No.
That's you saying it.
video of me.
Oh, the
in
video you
studio
doing it. Oh, okay.
doing
okay,
this
okay,
because,
okay.
bro, that was probably one of my, and I didn't expect it to be so fun because I really was in basketball mode. So they had me, the engineers and stuff had me in there because I'm sitting here like, hey, D, I'm actually doing all of this stuff real time. And for real, bro, I was doing this real time and making sure that, so I had so much fun doing that. It just was a strain on my voice, so I couldn't go for a long period of time, but I would do it again just to have fun like that. Like I never really found my voice behind the mic on animation like that. So like when y'all see clips of these animated movies and you have these big time actors doing these things, voiceovers,
Yeah.
how committed they are behind that.
Yeah.
I understood it now.
Okay.
Like before this, I didn't really understand it. That's why it sounds so real, because they are really in it. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Get back. That's totally different from, hey, yo, get back.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you want to actually
Right.
be there and put them in there. So that one, I would do it again just because of, you know, the ability to have fun like that. For
Yeah.
sure. Because I got another respect for it.
So I see the passion for it now that you finally went through it. So if, let's say, another opportunity to be a part of like a big animation production comes
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
then an opportunity for you to be in front of the camera, which one
Yeah.
would you choose?
Whatever
Because
God
I'm
put
like-
in front of my head. I mean,
Not
you
like
know,
I see a new passion
Yeah.
for animation.
Yeah, I mean, I got another respect for it for sure. I didn't.
Okay.
I've not been in the animated world at all. So that was, I feel like, another blessing because again, I wasn't exposed to art and I just took it. I think ignorance really helps out a lot of times. Like when you get to approach something ignorantly, you get to really be like a kid and really explore and really, you know, not put any expectations. You don't have skill sets that shackle you down. So it's like for me, I didn't know what to expect, and so now I have a respect for it for sure because it was fun and it is really a challenging, you know, industry for sure.
That was a great question. And to piggyback on that, so since you've experienced this, what's the difference? Did you feel more free because you're quote unquote not on the camera and it's not really quote unquote you versus animation where you know, okay, I know I'm not on camera right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to look this certain way or my body shouldn't have to be turned this certain way. Is it more free that way, or did you which world I guess would be easier or more free?
I mean, not at all because it's the exact same thing. It's
Okay.
just somebody more than likely is going to change from the default character to match the features that they want for themselves.
Right.
But it's all still me acting, my body, my face, like all of that. Like it's I treated it the same way because to me it is the same thing. It
Okay.
just has a different. So, I mean, the outcome will probably be a different physical body, but the energy and the acting and everything is still me. So I made sure of that because the faces, all of that, everything that I do is still captured. It just got different features on it.
Right, because you could tell by your voice in there, like, okay, he's in there. You know what I'm saying? He's not just reading lines.
Oh,
this
no.
is him. You
No,
know what I mean?
yeah.
You took it very professional.
Oh
It
man,
was
I challenged myself
dope,
for sure.
dope.
One more question before we move on. So I'm in the IT world, of course. And
Okay.
So, and I know that there's developers. I know it's code and all that. How was those guys? Like were there nerd? Like I could just
That's a great
imagine
question.
some nerd like me
That's a very
in the
good
IT
question.
world. Like did it blow you away of how it started from? Like how did that like? I know you was exposed to that. Like how was
You
that?
know what, man? That's a great question because again, I when I say shout out to the team, there's so many elements as to why I say that, but one of them is the diversity within that team. So I did get to meet a lot of people that are in like the tech world, and usually the tech world, like they just in general, you know what I mean? Like I don't know the word because one of them would say like I'm like one of the nerds, but I would never classify that type of thing. But I learned so much.
No, they're nerds. Cause I'm a nerd.
I mean, respectful. I don't call, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm
No,
not
that's a
saying
badge
it,
of
but
honor.
that's what they said.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm like, I'm a nerd
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
mind. So I'm
Yeah.
like, now I get to explore, okay, teach me this, tell me this. What is one of those things? So every day before you get on set and get off set, you got to basically do a whole like a ROM. So you have to go in, and there's this small room, and they got all of like 100 something cameras, and you have to do certain movements, and it's calibrating all your dots and doing all of that type of stuff.
Right.
So the guy who does that, I talked to him every day. His name was Matt, but we had our own little banter and stuff. But he would teach me a lot of stuff that I wouldn't know. So like, dang man, I'm a slip up on him. He had me watching this animated series, the Avatar. The Avatar animated series, not the movie.
Oh, the animated series.
The animated series, and
Yeah.
so he had me watching that joint. And I gained a new respect. And even the technical guy, one of the guys had me listening to this rock song, and I loved it. It was Battery, and I loved it. And it exposed me to stuff that I wouldn't normally talk about or see or be exposed to. So I was thankful for that, man, because while I was there, I got to escape and learn a whole different type of stuff. But to see the process and see my guy Stephen, shout out to Stephen, to see the process is crazy, because they'll come out with little markers and show you like where you're at and what kind of the world will look like potentially. But and you'll see it on the screens. But I never saw what y'all seeing right here. Like, that's crazy. But I would see like the pre-build of that.
Right.
They'll come out to make sure we're positioning, because there were sometimes we'll do scenes and I would walk through the wall because there is no
physical wall.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if you don't put out the tape or the barricade, I might be standing and half of me is in the wall and half of it is out. And so they'll have to come out and show you what the world looked like. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. Am I tripping? Is Roblox like that? Minecraft, where you kind of like build your world or something like that? It was kind of looking something like that. You know what I mean? That's what I would correlate it to.
You didn't ride a skateboard, did you?
I love skateboard. I got a skateboard in the
Because I
crib.
know in the open world,
You can do the skateboard.
MP ride skateboards and all that. Did you have to do any of that?
Oh, on set?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. They didn't.
That would've been dope, bro.
Listen, any kind of. If I would have got injured in any way or any kind of thing,
they ain't.
I can't do none of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Liability, boy.
Nothing. I'm on contract, man.
Yeah,
I gotta pay up.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing that you took from this experience? If you could say, man, I'm glad I went through this because of this.
Trust.
Ooh,
Faith.
okay.
Trust, faith, what it's like to be a part of a high-level team who care about what they're doing.
Yeah.
What it's like to work with people who are, open creatively, that don't put the constraints, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, to finally be blessed to lead a project at this scale, it's dope to have that experience, and now it has shifted my perspective of what it'll be like doing it again. I now have that groundwork, and I'm just excited. It makes me excited, but more importantly, I'm grateful, bro, because, like I said, this is something that clearly was divinely delivered to me, and just to be in it and experience, I believe that's the reason why.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I want to pick. Do you remember when I wrote you a letter?
Okay.
When you went to when you graduated from high school and you went to Lynn University?
Help me.
I wrote you a letter.
Okay.
And it was like a goodbye. I hope you do great and all that.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that,
I
but I
don't.
wrote you a letter.
I appreciate you.
And I watched your journey from you going down to Florida, from you starting to model and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, have you are you blown away? Because look, thousands of actors. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of actors.
Yeah.
Are you still blown away of how God just keeps just throwing things your way? Does it still just blow you away? I mean, because thousands of people probably interview for MP.
First, I got a question for you, but the best way that I can answer that is I'm genuinely, and this sounds so cliche, but this is for real. I'm genuinely grateful every day I get to wake up in divine health. Our Aunt Bellou, rest her soul, she'll be like, I'm blessed and highly favored to be in divine health. Walking in divine health, that's my confession.
Yes.
And I've adopted that. And honestly, every single time. I celebrate every day. So yeah, I'm thankful for all of those things. But for me, more importantly, waking up every day in divine health, bro, that's a major win.
Yeah.
That's a major win.
Big time.
That's bigger than booking the job, any job to me, for real. Honestly, man.
Facts.
To get to have another day with my peoples and everything in divine health, man, and my senses, man, you can't tell me nothing. We ready.
Yeah, 100%.
So hold on, let me ask you though. So when you wrote that letter, you know, at that time, why did you write that letter? Like, what was your thoughts? Like, what has this journey from that time writing that letter and you experiencing your family member doing what you just said? What was that like for you?
Bro, I've been one of the biggest cheerleaders with Taco and you, from you going to land, from you going to the Jordan basketball camp, from him doing I've been one of the biggest cheerleaders. Now, I remember, it's crazy because I remember I wrote you the letter and we talked and you was like, oh man, I'm trying not to get emotional and all that.
Yeah,
I remember you going down the land, bro.
Yeah.
And you was telling me your experience of how, like, you saw your name on the signs from the fans. You like, it was blowing you away.
Yeah.
It's just, man, I just been one of the biggest cheerleaders, man, because I believe that you're not supposed to be jealous or compare your life to others.
Right.
Like, like, be others'
For
biggest
sure, for
cheerleaders.
sure.
And so I've been your cheerleader, man, from you going from Kansas City to Florida to start modeling to you moving to California.
And that's what I'm asking. I'm like, so when you see this from Kansas City, like me going down to Florida, going to go play, and then going to LA and stuff like that, like, I always ask, because you from where I'm from.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you process these things, like, when it's happening? And again, take it away from being me, just that journey from being where we from. How do you process
Bro,
that?
I process that anything is possible, man. I mean, it motivates me. It motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing, especially Trey, from him just determined to make it, man, on his own. And so, Taco, excuse me. And so, yeah, man, I mean, bro, I'm telling you, dog, I tell everybody, like, I know an actor as a, I'm saying, that's my cousin. So, but yeah, it just motivates me to keep going.
Right.
Anything is possible.
I mean, because the reason why I asked is, like, to me, I think it's dope that, you got 5 daughters and you raising, for real, you got a wife and 5 daughters and you raising 5 queens that, bro, there's never going to be a day where you got to worry about anything, because you got a whole family that, is looking out for you and that loves you and that, like when Taco said he walks through the door and he sees his kid, Daddy! Like, to me, I love stuff like that. Like, I just can't imagine, the feeling you guys get. So I look at y'all and y'all present fathers. So I'm looking at y'all. You talk about cheerleading. I'm sending major cheerleading and stuff like that, because y'all present fathers doing y'all thing on a very high level. So I send that energy.
Appreciate
right
that
back
love.
to you. Because not everybody doing it, man.
No, and I just know how success and family turns on each other. But like, I know it makes you feel good knowing that your family is your biggest cheerleaders from Kansas City,
man.
Dog. Like I know that not one jealous bone, like grandma, bro, like I'm saying, like like, how does it? And I know, and I don't want to get off too off topic, but like, how does it feel knowing that your biggest cheerleaders are back at home? Ain't nobody jealous. Everybody's cheering you on, dog.
Man, I'm genuinely grateful for my whole support system. But I'm so grateful that I have the family that I have who has supported this journey. There's a lot of people that, like you said, it could be different, not even on jealousy. It's just like not wanting to let your family member go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, go pursue what God put on, your path. And this is, so I'm so grateful for my family and, even like my now family with my wife and my puppy son. But then I also got, chosen family friends that are, we're each other's biggest cheerleaders. So I honestly I think that I got the best support system in the world, man, for sure.
That's dope, man.
I'm
dope.
Blessed.
It's dope to be, you're always grounded, you know what I mean? You're not like over the top
No.
or feel like you have to even promote yourself. You know what I mean? And
I never be
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
That's a problem.
That's a humble thing, yeah, and it's a problem,
It's a problem.
in
I
that
gotta get better.
industry.
I
In
gotta
that
get better,
industry,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta get better. I've changed my perspective on it. I needed to shift my perspective, but
Yeah.
I don't even be promoting my man. It's not something that I brag about. It's just my relationship with it, but it's shifting.
Right. So let's talk about what's some of your current projects, and then some of your future goals that you got, going on right now.
On the acting side, it would be to find some dope representation that is great at what they do, but also great at seeing the product that I have and pitching that and understanding that I do have a dual career.
Okay.
And so being understanding of that on the art side of things is definitely to learn how to, what I'm working on right now is packaging projects or exhibitions or stories or experiences to take into different spaces. So not just, I do want to continue to work through the gallery route and the museum route, but thinking outside of the box of, how do we turn different spaces into a exhibit, like a interactive exhibit, and find activations in them. And I'm also tapping into hospitality. So seeing how we can present art at some of these resorts and hotels and stuff like that do collaborations with them to, reimagine where we, seeing our work, because that's a lot of organic foot traffic and stuff. And I like hospitality and I like traveling. I think that I do want to promote the beauty of traveling. Like traveling has really, you talk about being grounded. Traveling has really grounded me because it's important to see how different cultures live, how they practice, different energies and environments. It just sets different tones and revelations and things like that. So I want to kind of merge the passions that, because we were just talking about the niche passions that I can really be of service to. That's really what I'm working on. And like I said, keep evolving what the Vessel Solo is supposed to be doing.
Let me ask you, and I ain't trying to be too deep because I know time is limited. How have you dealt with, and I'm talking about you as an artist,
Yeah.
how have you dealt with positive negativity? Meaning, and let me give you an
be more
example
specific.
because I just made up that word. Like this
I said,
podcast.
be more specific.
Because we just talked about niche, and one YouTube channel may not be like my niche. How have you dealt with positive negativity? As in, nah, your art is just not my cup of tea, bro. But more power to you. How have you dealt with that type of positive, negative rejection?
I get it from this joker all the time.
What?
Yo,
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I sent him a piece the other day. Oh my gosh, my man went in on me. But hey, look,
I didn't go
hold on,
in though.
Just listen, bro. I wouldn't have it any other way, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I
man.
honestly wouldn't have it any other way because I do know that my art isn't going to speak to a lot of people, man. It's one guy, who's a presence in the art world, and a few people have introduced my artwork to him. Like, yo, look, you got to see my guy's work, and I loved it. He honestly said, yo, his work ain't for me, and I loved that because that doesn't do anything for me because it's like, yo, I know what I just created saved me. Like my work saves me. Like it's truly like a discovery that God has delivered me. And so I'm just taking this note and I'm, like I said, I'm displaying it in places, but every time I look at it, I grab that note that it's like when you open up the Bible and you read a scripture. You've read that scripture so many times, but sometimes that scripture may, boom, just bless you right there in that moment and give you exactly what you need. That's what my art does for me. So for me, it's not about how somebody, feel about it or anything like that, because it's always going to find its home. Like I genuinely believe that these pieces, they're going to find their home. So, and they've already blessed a lot of people, man.
They blessed me, man. Got one right over here.
I wish we would have had pictures up. So it doesn't cut you as in change. It cuts you as in, look, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, So like, does it?
It
doesn't.
motivates me.
It motivates you not to change though. As in, I guess I'm gonna do this. I guess I'm gonna okay, but
never,
okay.
never. Because again, the way that I choose to be a vessel, it ain't about that person. I didn't make it for that person. If they rock with it, they rock with it. But man, these young kids, man, that's what's making me really excited. So when you talk about future projects and stuff like that, like doing more collaborations with these students and everything, because all right, let me ask y'all, when y'all were kids, and even to this day, were y'all exposed to art? Did you go to galleries? Did you go to museums?
I went to the
could you
museum.
in high school or middle school, could you name 2 living black artists?
No.
No, right?
No.
And so like we weren't even exposed to this. So you think about how far this had to come out of, you know what I mean? Like, like whatever. And so for me, it's like to see when I did the show in shout out to Habitat KC, when I did my show here in Kansas City, man, I had schools come through and students. I now, am working with students from just that show alone that they did projects and stuff with. And so to me, I remember I was talking to Taco. I was like, man, this is crazy. They're getting to see something that we didn't see.
Right.
We didn't see this. And so I do feel the responsibility to make sure that I continue to be present and accessible to schools with this art, because the next wave and generation of creatives, they got to know it's possible. They got to know, like, we need more people that's not doing the cliche stuff to get in. Like, I was at a art summit this last week, and one of the ladies at the end, she was like, we need more black appraisers in the art world. And I was so happy that she said that, because when someone may love the art world, they think of probably just an artist, a curator, a dealer, a gallerist or something like that. But an appraiser is very, very needed and very important, because like we were talking about with insurance and stuff like that, we need to have people appraise our work. But it was like she said, the conversation about, when you're selling real estate, depending on, who come and appraise your work, how they may value your work and stuff like that. So it's important to make sure that we have more people, as we continue to grow as collectors and artists, we need appraisers. So there's so many other levels and fields that we need to be having early momentum on for this next generation, man. I'm working with a student at Stanford. Shout out to my guy, Kenji Swanson. Okay. He's at Stanford right now in the junior, and he curated a show, and I was a part of it, man. I was a part of his first show, and he's still in college, man. So that's like, man, mind-blowing that he doing that. And so if I can be a part of the next wave of more of that, man, that's a blessing. That's a major blessing.
That's dope as hell, man.
Yeah, no, man, that's for real.
Man, we want to really appreciate you, man, coming through, spending time. Time is precious. You didn't have to be here to do that. Definitely. Even though we family, you wasn't obligated or anything to come and just tell about your experience. Let us know who Solo is. Let us know what you're doing next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the 2K thing, I'm sure was huge. It was huge for me to experience playing it as you, because
it's crazy.
I'm sitting there, because we definitely gonna watch it again. We're gonna send everybody away with that, watching that video again. But it was just, I'm like, dang, this is crazy, man. But appreciate you being here, man. You and thanks, dog. This is dope.
We done. We no more.
I mean, I got some more questions. I mean, like we're on your time.
All right, you just got one more question, bro. Hey, go ahead. Now, if you got a question, let's get it out.
Because I got more questions about the process, as in like, I mean, I don't know how to. So they called you, and you answered. Like, was it like did you feel like it was a scam? That like, did you feel like did you like, what was that moment? Tell me that moment where you feel like, dude,
initially when I saw the email, I thought it was a scam. But then when I seen the director's name, I remembered the director's name. So then I knew it was serious.
Oh, you knew it was serious?
Yeah, because of his name. When she told me who the director was, I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. I remember that name for sure. So I knew it was serious then. For sure.
Did you get good reviews from like, I don't know, like the people I'm assuming EA Sports, right? No, not EA Sports.
Nah, they
it was 2K.
Yeah, 2K. The
2K.
VC.
The VC, like, did you get good reviews from them? Like, is it like, I don't know, like, did you get get reviews about like my career mode and stuff like that?
Prior to
No,
it?
like after.
I haven't talked to them, man. Like
talked to
that's a part of this industry. Like once you kind of done with a project, you kind of, you know what I mean? Like unless it's a TV series where you coming back and stuff like that. Like you don't, unless you maintain a relationship. I still talk to the people that I mentioned, but not the whole development team or anything like that. I fulfill my duties, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I fulfill my duties. They got things to do.
Well, appreciate it once again, man. Appreciate it, Solo, man. Solo the artist. You can check him out on. Give out your socials.
Man, I'm at @by_Solo the artist on IG.
Okay.
I'm going to get more active on TikTok, which is at Discoveries Along the Way.
Okay.
I think, or at DATW. I got to get better in my life. Facebook is Darnell Kirkwood, and LinkedIn the same thing. But yeah, man, thank y'all for having me. It's a blessing to be your first guest on this show.
Yeah, man, it's huge.
I wish y'all nothing but continued success on this joint. You know what
Appreciate
I'm saying?
it.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this evolves, and how y'all can be a blessing.
Can they buy your can they buy your art? If so, where?
My art. SoloTheArtist.com. Great question. SoloTheArtist.com, and I'm gonna be doing some collaborations with other people. So we're gonna be doing apparel and other merchandise and stuff as well, beyond just the one of ones. So yeah, SoloTheArtist.com.
Yeah, and as always, like whenever something come up, bro, let us know because we definitely gonna pub it here.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Once again, appreciate it, man.
This was a blessing.
Hey, we didn't give out any love to the viewers and the subscribers, man. Appreciate y'all time. Y'all didn't have to be here, but y'all here, and we appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe, like, comment, share button, man. We gonna take it out with one more view of the NBA 2K MP Solo the artist. Yeah. Starting off 2025, Game 7. My brother would probably be a small forward if he was playing right now, so we're going to go with the small forward. So, it's crazy to see his face on it. Listen to him. That shit's dope. Look at him, man. It's crazy as hell, bro. This shit's so live. Main player. MP. That's how we gonna start it off, baby. Let's go. Pitch. Whack him. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him, Kirkwood. Board. Let's go. Push it. Look at that assist dropping dimes out here. Board. Let's go. Pushing it. Oh, here we go. I'm out. Let's go, baby.
Come on, man. You see it?
Yeah. See him?
You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Yeah, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to try to interrupt my meditation, man?
Here's some more cutscenes, y'all.
Nah, man. I'm here on official business, all right? I know we boys and all, but I am your manager, okay?
Still can't believe I let you talk me into this one, man. What's this?
I've been thinking. This moment, start to your NBA career. I mean, we talked about this for as long as we've known each other, man.
Facts.
You put in a ridiculous amount of work to get here.
That's also true, man.
Yeah, so I just, wanted to give you something you could look at to remind yourself of how far you come, and so you can appreciate the journey.
Yo, is this that club league ticket from when you was out there talking trash in the parking lot, bro?
Yo, it is. And when you found out I was moving to Plainview, you were big mad.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is outstanding. This is hitting me, man.
It's just a small token. So what are you gonna do now?
Oh, here we go. Yo, what you doing here playing you, man?
I live here now. And it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you. So I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm gonna get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra
That's
pass.
right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
So you prove that by showing how you can help them win.
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
next level. All right, I'm cocky, but I'm not stupid, MP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector.
MP, main player.
I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Man, you ain't got to be with me. Shoot out the gym. Since you care so much, I'm gonna give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah, I ain't bet.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Bet.
Man, it's dope as hell. Like I said, playing as my bro. You know what I mean? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.